Potential fog this early morning, giving way not only for Dubuque, Iowa, but for La Crosse. More about that coming up in just a moment.
Right now this morning, a gunman attacks a church in Michigan during Sunday services. We'll tell you what happened and how police stopped him. The clock is ticking for Congress to avoid a government shutdown. We'll tell you about a high-stakes meeting with the president today. And Americans are spending more but feeling worse about the economy. We'll tell you why experts say that can't last. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. On this Monday, September 29th, about 6 a.m., the Monday after Oktoberfest weekend. Hope everyone's feeling okay out there. We'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's bringing the energy and the good vibes this morning. We're keeping the spirit of Gemütlichkeit alive.
Okay, I'm trying. All right, here we go. All right, so we start off with a little bit of fog, low cloud activity this morning, and it should be done by the 9 o'clock hour. You're going to see it come up from the south from Prairie du Chien and then work its way all the way up to La Crosse and eventually kind of peter out there. Holding on to current temperatures, though, we're looking at some 40s mixed in with some middle 50s, some 60s over there by Decorah as well. 48 for Eau Claire, 54 for La Crosse. We're also seeing that local temperatures are on the rise, though. We're still holding on to that heat, about 2 to about 10 degrees warmer, possibly 12 degrees warmer than we were 24 hours ago. And as you go right into it here, we'll see those clouds increase gradually as we go through the day. We already have a few high clouds out there right now, so we'll call it at least partly cloudy skies, possibly to finish the day. Eau Claire will do similar conditions with temperatures getting up in the 70s as well as the 80s for La Crosse. We'll also see temperatures widespread in the 80s for everybody. So when I come back, I'll give you a better overview of how this all shapes up to start your day. So please stick around.
All right, thank you, Art. And if you take the bus in Eau Claire, your commute is about to get a lot better. News 8 Now Seth Padilla is live at the new downtown transfer center that's opening this morning, where the first bus just took off. Seth.
Good morning, Alexandra. The new $5 million transit center opened up today, and the first bus just left at 5:45 with a lot of excited passengers on it. And you look over here, this is the new waiting area. It also has restrooms, but also heated area for waiting. And this is a big upgrade from the makeshift center that served the community since 1985. And now the center also has parking and housing units above the city. This project was funded through city tax incremental financing and a $5 million grant. Today is also the day that Eau Claire City celebrates its 50th anniversary for the transit. Live in Eau Claire, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
All right, Seth, thank you. Turning now to a developing national story. At least 4 people are dead, 8 hurt after a man smashed his pickup truck into a Michigan church Sunday, then started shooting and set the building on fire. CBS News' Lana Zock reports.
Flames and heavy smoke rose from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc, Michigan after the early morning attack.
I need manpower up here ASAP. I have people trapped in the building. Repeat, people trapped in the building.
It happened during Sunday morning service. Police arrived within 30 seconds of a 911 call.
I saw 4 tarps at the time. I don't know what's left there now, but 4 body tarps. The church is engulfed in flames, not much left of it.
Authorities identified the gunman as 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford, a Marine veteran from the nearby town of Burton. They say 2 American flags were in his pickup truck that crashed through the church doors before he opened fire on hundreds of worshipers with an assault rifle.
They were shielding the children who were also present within the church, moving them to safety.
Police say the suspect used some sort of accelerant to start the fire and had explosive devices with him. The FBI is calling the shooting an act of targeted violence.
You never know what a person is going through, and you never know what is going on in a person's mind.
Authorities say officers chased the gunman after he left the church and killed him in a shootout. Lana Zach, Grand Blanc, Michigan.
Police say 2 of the victims were found in the burned out debris of the church. Some people are still unaccounted for this morning, and the death toll could rise. And Congress has till tomorrow night to pass a spending bill or the government will shut down. Top congressional leaders are set to meet with the president at the White House today. Democrats are refusing to back down unless lawmakers extend Affordable Care Act subsidies. The president canceled an earlier meeting with Democratic leadership, calling their position unserious and ridiculous. Chicago's mayor is pushing back against National Guard troops in his city. Mayor Brandon Johnson says the troops are intimidating residents and hurting businesses. The National Guard was deployed by the White House to help with immigration enforcement. Illinois' governor agrees with the mayor, calling it a show of intimidation that doesn't make anyone safer. And back here closer to home this morning, Highway 27 is back open after a 4-vehicle crash sent 2 people to the hospital. That crash happened yesterday afternoon between Cashton and Westby. The highway was shut down for hours while crews cleaned up diesel fuel and hydraulic fluid. Police say 2 people were taken to the hospital.
We have 2 serious injuries. One was flown to Mayo Clinic in Rochester, and the other was taken by Gunderson Tri-State ground unit to Amplify in La Crosse.
The sheriff added the accident was driveway related, meaning 1 car was stopped to enter the highway. And wrapping up its 64th year, the final day of Oktoberfest focused on the community with free admission for Family Day. News 8 Now's JDS McGee was there and has the story for us.
The final day of Oktoberfest offers free admission, drawing families back to the fest grounds for one last day of fun.
It's free because otherwise it can be pretty expensive for families to come in, and we want to open that door up to families that maybe wouldn't have had that opportunity for families to come in and really see what Oktoberfest is about and feel it, and maybe these are our next generation of festers.
Kids lined up for face painting, a chalk contest, and games, while vendors and live music kept the festival atmosphere going all afternoon. The turnout capped off a weekend that organizers say drew tens of thousands to La Crosse.
We were at capacity pretty close. I would say we were pushing probably close to over 30,000, 40,000 people over the weekend.
Beyond the numbers, festgoers say it's the tradition that keeps them coming back year after year.
We go to the Oktoberfest parade every single year, and we usually come to this because it's free on the last day. So it's kind of tradition.
And for many, it's about more than just the music or the food. It's about the community.
It's a good way to engage the community and make it more of a family event for our last day of Oktoberfest. It's important to have them come down and share in Oktoberfest with not just the festival itself, but sharing it with the community.
And organizers say they are now looking forward to next year, the 65th annual fest. Results are in for this year's Maple Leaf Parade Award winners. This year's People Choice winner going to the UWL Alumni Band. Parade attendees were asked to vote on their favorite floats and performances based on several categories. If you want to check out the other winners, head to our website. Teams crushed grapes the old-fashioned way yesterday at El Morro Vineyard's annual Stomp competition. Dozens competed to see who could smash the most grapes in the shortest time. The winners took home ribbons and bragging rights.
We work so hard starting in the spring to get the grapes ready, and then come the fall, we're done. And then it's this big release of all this hard work and effort that we put into it. And so we wanted to share it with the community. And so we decided to do a grape harvest stomp and then just celebrate it with everybody.
Participants walked away with a grape-stained t-shirt as a souvenir from the event. The UWL Planetarium is set to close for good, ending decades of star shows for local community. Cowley Hall is coming down to make way for a new science center. Chief photographer Chuck Oadsma spent time with the planetarium's longtime director in today's eyepiece.
In theory, its basic purpose is to try and make a hemispherical dome over your head look like the real nighttime sky. If you live in cities, you don't see much, but if you go outside to see, bottom line is it can reproduce good dark skies. And I should say, as a side note, this is an optical planetarium. 90% of the planetariums in the country have gone digital, like Chad has at Central High School. So first of all, the machine. You can't do anything without the projector. The console there, this at least is the thing, sun, moon, planets, stars, and a few other things. For teaching purposes, celestial equator and the ecliptic. You look in the middle here, there are 4 ectographic projectors. This is the zoom /XY. In other words, you can project an image on the mirror there, zoom in or out, and or move the mirror left, right, up or down to make the thing move on the sky. The Big Bear.
It's almost like a Wizard of Oz thing, see the man behind the curtain pushing all the buttons and pulling all the strings to make it happen. It was kind of, I don't know, it left an impression.
Black tinfoil or black cloth in the case of some of them around the edges there. The tricks of the trade. To me, it's like a theater play, but you don't have a script, that you're following. You can tell I am animated. I want the students, number one, to feel that they're not bored, want to go to sleep when they're here. Astronomy and astrophysics, it's changing. I won't say day by day, but you have to know what, oh, here's what they said before, but that was a theory, and now that they've got the data and are willing to change their mind and say, no, that's not what it is, we hope it's this, and we think we're closer to having the solution.
Not having Bob in a planetarium in La Crosse just doesn't seem right. But in the same regard, I am hoping that that we can carry on what he's done and give credit to what he's done. The pressure's on, I guess.
The last programs for UWL's planetarium will be in December. The time now is 6:09. Still ahead on your morning news, Americans are pouring money into stocks, but feeling worse about the economy. We'll tell you why. Plus, Boeing letting workers sign off on their own safety checks once again. And everything costs more, but people are still spending money. We'll explain the mixed signals. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. That looks good, doesn't it? Americans drink about 400 million cups of coffee every single day. Art and I are responsible for 100 million of those, making us one of the world's biggest coffee consumers. Coffee didn't take off here until the Boston Tea Party. That is when drinking tea became unpatriotic. Several chains are offering some discounts and deals to help celebrate today. And now taking a live look. There's the bus. This is at Eau Claire's brand new, newly renovated transit center. The $5 million facility just opened this morning. That first bus taken off about 30 minutes ago at 5:45. And here it is, ready for its next set of drivers. Stay with us, of riders, that is. Your morning consumer news is next.
It's the National Mattress Sale at Home Sleep Express. Get an extra 15% off sale prices on Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. This Jewel Pillow Top Queen is $849, and this Invigorate Plush Queen is just $594. Only at Home Sleep Express.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Update your bathroom with Delta. Menards carries a great selection of Delta faucets and shower heads. Add style to your bathroom with a Capri 2-in-1 shower faucet. Get it now for $177.99 after rebate. Transform your home with new vinyl plank flooring. It's waterproof, easy to install, and durable. Pick up DuraStyle vinyl plank for just $259 a square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
There's a significant discrepancy between the population of Wisconsin and where physicians practice.
And that's a problem the UW-Madison is working hard to fix, specifically with the Wisconsin Academy for Rural Medicine. Rural communities have unique challenges.
And we've tailored our training to produce knowledgeable, passionate physicians to practice in those rural areas.
One doctor in a community that hasn't had one can make a huge impact.
One Wisconsin.
On Wisconsin.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Get fresh and locally grown carrots, cucumbers, peppers, radishes, cabbage, cauliflower, potatoes, zucchini, dill, onions, tomatoes, blueberries, and our triple sweet corn. Find unique lawn, garden, and home decor, as well as fresh cut flowers and arrangements. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, and pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado 1500 models. Visit HometownChevy.com.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. And welcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Get a sleep like no other on a handmade mattress from Heirloom at Home Sleep Express. Plus, pay no interest for 5 years and get free white glove delivery, setup, and a 120-night guarantee. Heirloom mattresses at Home Sleep Express.
Well, good morning to you. I can't let Seth have all the fun with buses today, so I'm going to show you the school bus forecast. 56 degrees you get into La Crosse. You're also going to find yourself getting into about 85 degrees today, holding on to increasing clouds through the afternoon and taking us right back into mostly cloudy skies for folks that are going to have some lunchtime and some dinner time activity as well, for depending on what your shift is all about. 51 degrees over in Eau Claire. You're looking at fog and high cloud activity coming back again. You'll see that again later on tonight as well for you, but you get into it for today. You're looking at mostly cloudy skies to partly cloudy skies in your forecast to finish out the day. You're going to hold on to this. This is going to show you that there aren't any clouds out there. Right now it's showing the clear skies for La Crosse right now and then giving way to that. But there are some fair skies out there currently. We'll see that continue to increase as we go through the morning hours and then into the afternoon as well, taking us to mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Gathering again for tomorrow, we're having partly cloudy skies in the morning, mostly cloudy skies during the day, losing some of that cloud cover, regaining it back in the late day for you for La Crosse, and getting back into mostly cloudy skies. Similar conditions for Eau Claire as well. You've got mostly cloudy skies, and then you're still going to hold on to that cloud cover through the day for your tomorrow. As we go into it, highs for Tuesday, well, warm. Clouds increase. You're looking at temperatures from 79 to about 85 degrees, possibly 86 degrees for some of our warmer spots down to the south. Wednesday, you're looking at 73 to about, say, 81 degrees in your forecast. La Crosse will hit 80, Eau Claire hit 77. And as we get into the next few days, my friends, we still hold on to that 80-degree heat going right back into Friday and Saturday with showers and storms on the way. Then we get to the 70s and we finish out on Monday with more showers on the way. Back to you, Alexandra.
In our morning consumer news, the FAA is letting Boeing sign off on its own safety checks again. The company lost that privilege in 2019 after two 737 MAX crashes killed 346 people. Now Boeing can certify its own planes are safe, but only every other week. The FAA will handle the rest. Critics say it's too soon to trust Boeing again. And more Americans have money in the stock market than ever before. Nearly half of all household assets are now in stocks. That's a record high. But economists warn that makes us vulnerable. If the market crashes, millions of Americans could lose big, especially with jobs uncertain and prices still high. And Americans keep opening up their wallets. Data from the Commerce Department shows consumer spending in the U.S. increased 0.6% from July. That's slightly higher than many economists were forecasting, according to consensus estimates. It comes as inflation keeps inching upward, reaching a 6-month high in the last report. And as Americans spend more money, they're still feeling worse about the economy than they have in decades. As spending jumped in August, even as other basics and groceries got more expensive, economists say it's a strange mix, but people are pessimistic and still opening their wallets. Ivan Rodriguez has the numbers.
Many Americans are feeling down on the economy.
We have about 44% of consumers who are spontaneously telling us that high prices are weighing down their personal finances. And that's been something that has not really eased up.
Fears of higher inflation and risk of a weaker labor market are making many anxious, according to a new University of Michigan consumer sentiment survey. Despite the negative outlook, people are still spending. New data from the Commerce Department shows consumer spending rose 0.6% in August and 0.4% when adjusting for inflation.
The big reason for that is that the vast majority of aggregate consumer spending is being generated by high income and high wealth consumers.
But the survey's director, Joanne Shu, says lower income consumers are beginning to pull back, and the impact of President Trump's aggressive trade policies is a wide concern.
Tariffs are very, very high on people's minds, specifically because of the believed impact of those tariffs on the prices that consumers will eventually pay.
And it's likely prices could continue to climb. Trump announcing new tariffs Thursday on certain kinds of furniture, a 25% tariff on trucks, and a 100% tariff on some imported brand name or patented pharmaceutical drugs. American University's Kara Reynolds says these new tariffs could continue to drag consumer sentiment and impact the economy long term.
The inflation, fairly weak job numbers, and lower consumer sentiment, I think that has to hit consumer spending soon. If consumers are pulling back, you're going to see that in economic growth.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Let's look at your consumer news. We'll send it over to Art now. He's got an update on our forecast.
All right, taking you right back into the upper atmosphere here. All that all that weather we had, that fantastic weather we had over the weekend was under an omega block, which is pretty much the shape of the omega, Greek letter of omega, and that continues to break down. And as it does, well, you're going to see more cloud cover starting to sneak in and going into Minnesota right now. So we're going to see more of these clouds sneaking into the forecast today. We'll take it into mostly sunny skies to partly cloudy skies. Then we take a look down to the south. We're holding on to still that drier air, still holding on all the way down to Georgia. As your folks right there at Alexandra, hey, how y'all doing? And then we get back into it. You've got Imelda as well as Umberto. Those are tropical conditions that are holding on there, as well as the eastern Pacific, where we're holding on to Narda, as well as two more systems that are developing. We'll also see that moisture coming up from the Baja Peninsula, working its way back into the region, going to the Four Corners area, and then starting to move eastward into our region with more rainfall potential also from the west coast as well. So that's happening for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's pretty much. We'll get into the temperatures today, though, holding on to the 70s widespread. I should say the 80s, excuse me, with, again, sunshine in the forecast. I suspect some areas will get partly cloudy skies as well, closer to the river, and then continuing to sunnier skies to the east. We'll continue with this as we go through the day, so call it partly to mostly sunny skies in your forecast, continuing all the way into the north zone as well, similar conditions. Here are those clouds I was talking about. By the noon hour, they start to work across the river. Once we get in the 4 o'clock hour, they're spread all the way out to Marshfield, right back down to areas by La Crosse, getting to Prairie du Chien as well. Eau Claire, you're in that mix as well. Even Ladysmith picking up that cloud cover. We'll get into mostly cloudy skies possibly as we finish out in the evening hours and into the nighttime. We're looking at cloudier skies in the forecast with rainfall, I should say, with fog back up to the northern portions along I-94. We'll also find ourselves with Tuesday, maybe a sprinkle or two, but I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. But we will see rainfall coming back Friday night going into Saturday. It's a 20% chance on Friday night, going to a 30% chance on Saturday, and that continues on all the way into Sunday as well, with another 30% chance going into Monday, with another 20 to 30% chance of rainfall on the way as well. Temperature 79 to about 86 degrees in your forecast with cloudier skies. We'll also see some clouds decreasing for Wednesday, so we'll go to partly cloudy skies and fewer clouds after that, holding on to 70s and some lower 80s in the forecast. Thursday, though, you've got some mostly sunny skies back again. We'll also hold on to temperatures from 77 to about 84 degrees in your forecast. So this is what I'm going to show you. You're having 80s all the way into Friday. Temperatures are going to be pretty much on the warmer side for this beginning into October. Then we'll go right back into Saturday and Sunday with showers and storm activity, giving way to some, again, showers for next week as well. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. School has been in session for a month, which means lice season is here. We'll tell you how to spot it and stop it from spreading after the morning sports blitz.
Coming up in sports, a crazy game in Dallas as the Packers and Cowboys squared off for Sunday Night Football. Plus, we go to Ireland as the Vikings were up against the Steelers. That and more coming up in the Morning Blitz.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Tuesday night is rib night. Get a half rack of barbecue ribs with baked beans, coleslaw, and cornbread for only $23.99, plus $1 off craft beer. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
Really painful feet. I had no idea what was going on. It's hard to put in words how gratifying it is to have that kind of pain gone.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
One of the things I've said for years is we do things right and we do the right thing. From the very beginning, when we offered bathrooms, one of the biggest concerns for homeowners is just safety. Can you get in and out of the bathtub? If that's a problem for you, the Board Store has the products and the installers to make your bathroom safe as well as attractive and easy to care for. Call today for a prompt free estimate.
The independent living is really nice because you have your own apartment and it's just like living at home.
Although I thought I was way too young to be moving in a place like this, finding Welcome Home was just like finding a home.
Live your life the way you want to and don't have to worry about all the other chores and insurance and things like that.
I like that we get a balanced meal.
Those little helps really help me to be independent.
We see you out there doing things your way.
So why not shop where that's valued? Blaine's Farm and Fleet is an original family-owned company where you can find the quality products you need at unbeatably low prices, like these LED Halloween light bursts. Sale priced at just $19.99. 5-quart jugs of Valvoline full synthetic motor oil as low as $26.99. Plus, we offer Blaine's best price promise, guaranteeing you'll always find the lowest price with us or we'll match it. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Tuesday night is rib night. Get a half rack of barbecue ribs with baked beans, coleslaw, and cornbread for only $23.99. Plus $1 off craft beer. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day.
News 8 Now Sports.
Welcome to the Morning Blitz. All eyes were on the Packers last night as they had a spot in Sunday Night Football for a huge game up against the Dallas Cowboys. And this was a crazy one. Micah Parsons making his return to Dallas, but it was the offense getting off to the fast start. 3rd and 9. Love buying some time, sends it deep. 2 guys wide open, but it's Matthew Golden coming down for the 43-yard pickup. And then later in the drive on the goal line, Love finds Romeo Doubs on the fade. Packers go up 7. Second quarter now. Offense at the 1-yard line. Love to Doubs again. It's 13-0 Packers, but disaster strikes on the extra point. They had a blocked field goal in week 3, and now an extra point gets blocked right into the hands of Marquise Bell. He takes it back for 2 points. Green Bay up 11. Then with 44 seconds in the half, Prescott on the QB draw. He's in for the score. It's 13-9. And after the kickoff, Jordan Love stripped. Dallas recovers. So then with 13 seconds left in the half, Prescott finds George Pickens. Another score. Cowboys up 16-13 at the half. A big turn of events, but after the break, Green Bay back on track. It's Jacobs up the middle. Packers retake the lead. Dallas, however, marching right down the field, and Prescott going to find the former Badger tight end Jake Ferguson for the touchdown. Cowboys back up 3. Packers trying to answer. They get one. Jacobs hits the hole, takes it in from 18 yards out. It's 27-23 Green Bay. However, the defense is non-existent in the second half. Javonte Williams with the direct snap. Dallas answers. It's 30-27. Under 2 to play. Packers on their 15-yard line. Love going to Doubs, touchdown. It's 34-30. Now this game would eventually go into overtime. It was crazy, a lot to talk about, but the most important thing is Packers going to tie the game with a game-tying field goal. This one finishes in a 40-40 tie. What a weird game. We've got more. Let's go to Dublin, Ireland. Vikings in Europe taking on the Steelers. Slow start in this one for Minnesota. Kenneth Gainwell rushes it in from a yard out. Pittsburgh goes up 7-3. Later in the half, Aaron Rodgers dropping back. Going to find DK Metcalf in the middle of the field. Metcalf has some wheels up the sideline, and he is gone. 80 yards to the house. Steelers go up 14-3. Let's go to the second half. 3rd and 16. Carson Wentz dropping back, lets it go, but that pass is intercepted. TJ Watt at the line of scrimmage just takes it away. Then in the 4th, now 24-6, but here come the Vikings. Wentz on the move, going to the end zone, and what a catch. That's Xavier Scott from 16 yards out. It's 14-24. Then with just over 2 minutes to play, 4th and goal, Wentz finds Jalen Nailor. Minnesota within 3, and they would get the ball back with just over a minute to play, trying to get into field goal range, but Wentz is going to be picked off for the second time on the day as the Steelers hold on for the win 24-21. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger. You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Oktoberfest kicks off Thursday, October 2nd at Fleet Farm. Join us all month for show-stopping deals, contests, and freebies every weekend. This Saturday, October 4th, the first 100 customers can score a free gift card worth up to $100. Grab a sweet fall favorite at our Caramel Apple Bar and enjoy free hot dogs, yard games, and more. Don't miss the fun at Fleet Farm's Oktoberfest. It's our way of saying thanks for your continued business. For details, visit fleetfarm.com/Oktoberfest.
Did you know taking one pill can kill someone you love? Today's opioid overdoses are the leading cause of accidental death in the U.S. Yet many young people don't know what they're actually ingesting. I know this heartbreaking truth firsthand. I lost my son. Our Wisconsin schools desperately need life-saving Narcan kits in their schools, but it takes legislation to make that happen. Please contact your state senator today.
When you need a truck to get you from the job site to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram from Pischke Motors.
Get your Ram now during the Drive into Fall sales event. Stop into Pischke Motors to save over 15% off MSRP on a 2025 Ram 1500. Plus, get 3.9% financing for 72 months. Ram trucks are built to serve power. So get in a Ram today. Hurry in because this offer ends September 30th. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Hey, Dominic here, and I want to show you just how easy it is to make tacos and taco dip using taco seasoning. For the tacos, just brown 1 pound of ground meat with 4 teaspoons of taco seasoning. Add a half cup of water, simmer 15 minutes, spoon into a taco shell, and add your favorite garnish. For taco dip, blend cream cheese and a half cup of milk until smooth, then add 1 tablespoon of taco seasoning. Be sure to get your taco seasoning and 37 other blends at the Seasoning Outlet store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Tacos.
You already know. Derek Van Orden voted for the largest Medicaid cut in history. A quarter of nursing homes forced to close. Rural hospitals in Wisconsin at risk of closure. And tens of thousands of Wisconsinites could lose health coverage. But did you know Van Orden's vote could raise electricity costs in Wisconsin $300 a year? Also, Van Orden could give wealthy elites another tax break. Tell Derek Van Orden, stop making us pay more.
The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time.
We have a few clouds right now with fog potential to start your morning. More about that coming up in just a moment.
Right now, this morning, a gunman attacks a church in Michigan during Sunday services. We'll tell you what happened and how police stopped him. Congress has just until tomorrow to avoid a government shutdown, the showdown over healthcare subsidies that could close federal agencies. And hunting season is here, but dangerous mistakes are injuring hunters. The DNR's life-saving safety reminders on Mindful Monday. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Monday, September 29th. It is 6:31 a.m. A lot of people maybe stayed up late for that Packers game last night. We'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's tracking the weather for us. Hey, the sun's coming up.
Yeah, sun's
brighter
coming
things
up.
are ahead.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, we're holding on to Dubuque, Iowa, where there's a little bit of fog there. They'll start to work its way back to Eau Claire, and then we'll see that fog start to move into La Crosse as well. It'll be about a 5-mile visibility issue as we get into it. Here's a look at what's happening. You can see this fog will slowly but surely kind of work its way to Prairie du Chien, 5 miles of visibility. We'll see 3 miles of visibility getting into Lansing, and then La Crosse will fall down to 5 miles of visibility. By the 9 o'clock hour, we should be done. So you can see cloud cover is going to work up along the river. We'll keep an eye on that as well. We'll get to Eau Claire. You have a little bit of patchy fog starting to develop there as well and out in the distance. And eventually you'll see more high clouds start to sneak in than more anything else crossing the river around the noon hour. We'll see that continue to push into our forecast as well. We'll also see rainfall potential as we finish out the work week going into the weekend, and that will be more shower and storms in the forecast. Current temperatures 48 to about, say, 56 degrees, 58 degrees as in the forecast as well. We'll also find ourselves with the temperature change. We're about 2 to about, say, 14 degrees warmer than we were 24 hours ago from yesterday morning, giving way to sunshine in the forecast, but I suspect this will have cloud cover to get into the afternoon once we get past the 1 o'clock hour. Similar conditions for Eau Claire as well. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. If you take the bus in Eau Claire, your commute is about to get a lot smoother. News 8 Now's Seth Padilla is live at the new downtown transfer center that just opened less than an hour ago. Good morning, Seth.
Good morning, Alexandra. The new transit center worth $5 million opened up today. The first bus just left at 5:45 a.m. I'm here with a very special guest. It is the City Council President, Emily Berge. Emily, we talked off camera about how important it is to focus and emphasize public transportation. I'd like to elaborate a little bit more on that because you guys are clearly doing that here. Why is it so important?
Well, public transportation is really important to connect people, whether people to their jobs, kids to school. In fact, on the first bus that left this morning, there was 2 kids that were going up to school on the north side. So, and it connects people to fun, whether it be the swimming pool or the ice rink. So it's just really important to connect people that way.
Yeah, it seems like, public transportation connects the entire city. And this has been a long time coming. You talked a little bit about that. How does it feel for you and your organization and just the entire city that now it's finally here?
Yeah, it's very exciting. I mean, I've been on council since 2018, and this was accepted and approved before I was on council. So it's been, yes, a long time coming, and it's very exciting to have one more stop forward, in our journey. So
I love that. Now, is there anything else that you'd like to add or anything that I forgot to ask about?
Well, I mean, it's important to note that we do have housing that's being built, affordable housing on top of our public transit center down here. That was part of the whole grant from actually Representative Ron Kind a long time ago. So we're combining transit and housing because those two are very connected.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I
Sure.
appreciate you taking the time out of your busy
here.
day.
Yeah, thanks.
And a lot of great things going on here. There's going to be buses coming all day. Live in Eau Claire, Seth Padilla, back to you guys.
All right, Seth and Emily, thank you for that update. A developing story to get to now out of Michigan. At least 4 people are dead, 8 injured after a man smashed his pickup truck into a church Sunday, then started shooting and set the building on fire. Police say that suspect was eventually killed in a shootout. CBS News' Lana Zock reports.
Flames and heavy smoke rose from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc, Michigan after the early morning attack.
I need manpower up here ASAP. I have people trapped in the building. Repeat, people trapped in the building.
It happened during Sunday morning service. Police arrived within 30 seconds of a 911 call.
I saw 4 tarps at the time. I don't know what's left there now, but 4 body tarps. The church is engulfed in flames, not much left of it.
Authorities identified the gunman as 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford, a Marine veteran from the nearby town of Burton. They say 2 American flags were in his pickup truck that crashed through the church doors before he opened fire on hundreds of worshipers with an assault rifle.
They were shielding the children who were also present within the church, moving them to safety.
Police say the suspect used some sort of accelerant to start the fire and had explosive devices with him. The FBI is calling the shooting an act of targeted violence.
You never know what a person is going through, and you never know what is going on in a person's mind.
Authorities say officers chased the gunman after he left the church and killed him in a shootout. Lana Zach, Grand Blanc, Michigan.
Police say 2 of the victims were found in the burned out debris of the church. Some people are still unaccounted for this morning. The death toll could rise, officials warn. And Congress has till tomorrow night to pass a spending bill or the government will shut down. Top congressional leaders will meet with the president at the White House today. Democrats refusing to back down unless lawmakers extend Affordable Care Act subsidies. Trump canceled an earlier meeting with Democratic leaders, calling their position unserious and ridiculous. And Chicago's mayor and the governor pushing back against National Guard troops in the city. Mayor Brandon Johnson says the troops are intimidating residents and hurting businesses. The National Guard was deployed by the White House to help with immigration enforcement. Illinois' governor agrees with the mayor, calling it a show of intimidation that doesn't make anyone safer. And lice are unfortunately making the rounds in schools again. Millions of kids get lice every year, mostly between the ages of 3 and 11. Doctors say you can help prevent it with mint-scented shampoo or spray. Turns out lice hate that smell. If your kid already has lice, you'll need special treatment to kill the bugs and their eggs.
Truthfully, anything that changes the scent of your scalp is actually considered a lice deterrent, but mint's one of the stronger ones that we recommend and that we have parents purchase so that hopefully their kids don't get head lice.
Lice can live on a human head for about 30 days. They spread through close contact, crawling from one host to another. All right, I'm about to order some mint shampoo right now. We'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's got an update on that Monday morning commute.
And as we get into it here, holding on to this right now, you guys can't see me. I'm actually scratching my head. We'll get into the forecast right now as we hold on to your, again, we have the possibility of holding on to conditions to be like this. Fog this morning, possibly not too much, very light, limited fog. We'll also find ourselves getting into sunnier skies with increasing clouds as we roll through the afternoon hours, getting us to possibly mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies in the forecast. Showing in the zones right here, we're going to see mostly 80s in the forecast as well. We'll also find ourselves getting into some mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies to finish out your day across the board here. Mostly areas around the river will hold on to possibly partly cloudy skies, giving way to sunnier skies the eastern portions of the region here. You get to Prairie du Chien, 87 degrees. You'll see 87 by Lansing, Stoddard, 86, Brownsville, about 86 degrees, La Crescent, 85, mostly sunny skies. Westby holding on to more sunshine as well. We'll get back into Whitehall, 85 degrees there. Winona, 86, and Trempealeau, 86, 85 for La Crosse. Alma Center, about 85 degrees. So you're getting the hint. Middle 80s in the forecast for a lot of folks to get to Osseo, holding on to, again, about 84 degrees. Back up to Ladysmith, about 82 degrees. And, of course, Eau Claire at 82 degrees. That's a look at your forecast. Back to you.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Oliver is turning 8 months. He is an outgoing little man who loves his big brother very much.
And Maximus is turning 18. He's a senior in high school and an academic all-state football player and wrestler.
Right on. All right, Beverly is turning 80. She's also an amazing wife, and she's spending time with her, loves spending time with her husband and friends and family.
Happy birthday to all of them. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, 88, 98, 108, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit pictures right under the Home tab on our website.
Coming up on Mindful Monday, from tree stand falls to firearm injuries, what every hunter needs to know this hunting season. I've got my orange.
Is your relationship suffering from nagging bed aches? Try the Sealy Posturepedic. Can you feel the support? That's the Precision Fit coils. They flex to your body, supporting you where you need it most. Stop stressing, start sleeping with Slumberland's 365-night sleep guarantee.
To everyone who believes in Midwest magic, you'll always find it here at Culver's. Not that kind of magic.
Midwest magic turns fresh, never frozen beef into a juicy butter burger and transforms farm fresh dairy into the creamiest custard you've ever had. Ta-da! But it's not just what we serve, it's how we serve it.
With a warm welcome and a little extra love.
Love. Love in every bite.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
We know, like, if we help one person and if we impact their life and have such a positive influence on them when they're coming in here working on sometimes the hardest thing for themselves that they can do, and they can then help the next 3 to 5 people that they encounter, our reach goes more.
It's often regaining control. It's finding clarity. So working with people to break down their steps in taking the intentional action to move the needle forward towards whatever they want to accomplish.
Head over to unityfitnesspro.com today.
Please be our guest and find an experience. Find new friends. Find more than you expected by finding more than just a concert. Now please, find your seat. And find yourself at the Symphony this October. Get your season tickets at lacrossesymphony.org.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Get fresh and locally grown carrots, cucumbers, peppers, radishes, cabbage, cauliflower, potatoes, zucchini, dill, onions, tomatoes, blueberries, and our triple sweet corn. Find unique lawn, garden, and home decor, as well as fresh cut flowers and arrangements. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, and pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
So that no matter what mess you brought into this church today, no matter what addiction and what struggle, no matter how many times you've doubted God or questioned God, that because of Jesus Christ, God's not holding it over your head. Instead, there is this amazing grace, there is this unconditional love that you and I can say, God doesn't just put up with us. God loves us.
Join Pastor Mike Novotny each Sunday. Watch Time of Grace on Channel 8.
WKBT.
Even getting out of bed is a struggle.
Sounds like a lot of pressure.
In pain.
Good thing you came to Slumberland. This Tempur Pro Adapt provides adaptive support and pressure relief to help you sleep.
Getting out of this bed is gonna be a struggle.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
All right, welcome back. As we get into Black River Falls here, we're holding on to 10 miles of visibility, but it's looking pretty good on the roadways. But you can see some fog is really starting to try to develop on the left side of your screen there. We'll keep an eye on that as we go into areas on Alaska. You're doing pretty well there as well. 54 degrees out there currently, 10 miles of visibility. Roadways are doing great for a lot of folks out there. Fog is going to come up from the south, as I mentioned before. You're going to see it come from areas by portions of, that's going to skip all the way into the evening hours as well. I apologize about that, but just going to show you the nighttime rainfall that's coming back again later on tonight. So you see it up there by Eau Claire and areas by Ladysmith as well. So fog is coming back again. So that's what's going to happen there. We'll also be picking up a little bit of fog coming back again, but you're also going to see clouds increase as we go through the afternoon. You're going to see them cross the river and jump across all the way into the 4 o'clock hour, heading all the way to Marshfield and all the way to Wausau as well. Areas down to the south are going to hold on to more sunshine there. You can see as you go from Viroqua all the way into Oakfield. Viroqua will probably have mostly sunny skies, but you're going to see partly cloudy skies to mostly sunny skies for La Crosse, as well as Eau Claire. We'll see partly cloudy skies, possibly with increasing clouds later on tonight as well, getting into the evening hours. So your evening commute taking you to mostly cloudy conditions. And by the time you get into the overnight, you're going to be seeing cloudier skies pop in the picture as well. So as that happens, you'll see for Tuesday, cloudier skies working in the forecast, giving way to mostly cloudy skies and partly cloudy skies. They'll decrease a little bit for you. Then once we get into Friday night, possible rainfall comes in. Friday night's a 20% chance. Getting into Saturday, which is a 30% chance. We'll see more of that rainfall come back again for Sunday, working across the river. Possibly some light to moderate showers, maybe even a storm or two for the early morning hours, then giving way to showers to finish out the day, possibly once again into the evening. We'll hold on to highs for Tuesday, where you're seeing upper 70s, middle 80s in the forecast, all the way down to the south there. 80 for Eau Claire tomorrow. You'll see about 85 or 83 degrees or so for La Crosse. We'll get into Wednesday, where temperatures will go from 80 for La Crosse to about 77 for Eau Claire. You're seeing temperatures from 73 to about 81 degrees, so we're cooling it down. Then we start to bump it back up again for Thursday, taking you to 77 degrees back to the middle 80s. And by the time we get into your Friday, we'll see temperatures back to similar conditions like we're having today, middle 80s. You can mow your lawn, doing pretty well out there. Not too much happening there. Temperatures are well above normal conditions. In fact, we'll see as we go through it, 80s for the pretty much next several days, going right into Saturday as well. Possibility of overnight rainfall coming in the form of showers for Friday, showers and storms for Saturday, 30% chance with more showers on Sunday, and potential showers coming back again for Monday, and then eventually Tuesday and Wednesday with a 20% chance of next week. Back to you.
Hunting season is in full swing, but every year hunters get seriously injured, even killed sometimes in preventable accidents. Joining us now are Warden Matt Groppe and wildlife biologist Dan Goltz from the Wisconsin DNR. Good morning to you both. Thank you for being here.
Good morning.
Yeah, great to see you. A busy season for you both, so we appreciate your time for sure. Archery season opened earlier this month. Any big safety concerns you're seeing or anything you want to remind the public of during this time?
Fortunately, we're not seeing any safety concerns yet, but as the season gets going, it's always a great time to remind people of just some general safety tips. And so as archery season gets started, a lot of people hunt out of tree stands.
Right.
And so with that, we have some general safety tips. So the main one being that we always recommend people wear a safety harness anytime they're going into a tree and hunting out of a tree stand. So it's also known as a full body harness. It attaches to the tree, and there's a lot of different commercial manufacturers out there that make safety harnesses. So that's a primary one that we recommend. In addition to that, we recommend when you're going into a tree and hunting out of a tree stand, using a haul line to bring up an unloaded firearm or a bow or crossbow into the tree. Don't try to carry it with you while you're climbing up the ladder or using climbing sticks to get up into the tree stand. Use a separate haul line to bring your equipment up into the stand with you. And then in addition, We also recommend maintaining 3 points of contact at all times when you're climbing into the tree stand, just to prevent falls and reduce the risk of a fall injury.
Okay, great to know there. And the DNR is warning hunters about ash trees this year. So tell us, what's the danger there?
Yes, so most of the ash trees in central and southern Wisconsin have been infected by an invasive beetle called the emerald ash borer, which feeds on the tissue underneath the bark of the tree and kills the tree. And the trees often retain their bark for a long time, so they might look healthy, but the wood is already decaying and soft, and they're prone to falling over and breaking off. And we're encouraging hunters even to use caution when they're on the ground near ash trees, since some of the limbs might fall off, especially on windy days.
Okay, good to know there's something people might not think about. Okay, and then so for new hunters, there are of course hunter education requirements. What should we know about that?
So basically, anyone that was born in 1973 or later needs to take a hunter safety class and have a hunter education certificate to purchase a license in Wisconsin. There are a few exceptions for people that have passed basic training in the armed forces, and we also have a mentored hunting program. And then we have hunter education classes in every county throughout Wisconsin. We just had one in Vernon County. They're typically a combination of in-person lectures and trainings combined with a in-the-field day with an instructor and going over the use of firearms.
Okay, great. And hunters can find out about that at the DNR website, I'm sure?
dnr.wi.gov.
Okay, awesome. And then there are also some special dates for youth deer hunting and gun hunting for hunters with disabilities. Tell us about that.
Yes, so this year the youth deer hunt is coming up on October 11th and 12th, and that's for young hunters ages 15 and younger who will go out in the field with an adult. And then we have the gun deer hunt for hunters with disabilities. This year is October 4th through 12th, and that's a really great opportunity for sponsors who own 60 acres or more of land to get their information on our website. We compile and maintain a list of sponsors or landowners, and then hunters with a disabled hunting permit can access that list and contact the landowners and make a reservation to go out and hunt with them.
Okay, very cool opportunity. All right, and quickly here before we go, any essential message you want hunters to know this year?
Yeah, one of the big things we always like to remind people every year is our simple acronym called TAB-K. And so that's treat every firearm as if it's loaded, always point the muzzle in a safe direction, be aware of your target, what's in front of it and beyond it, and keep your finger outside the trigger until you're ready to shoot. And so that applies for firearms, bows, and crossbows. Following those 4 rules of firearm safety and being mindful of your equipment and all those things can prevent the vast majority, if not all, of our hunting incidents that we have.
Okay, great to know there. Easy to remember. Well, thank you both so much for being here this morning with us.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Cooley Carpet has always been more than just carpet, and now the name will reflect that. Cooley Floors and Design. Along with the brand new name, there's a fresh new look to the showroom. Don't worry, Cooley Floors and Design still has the same great team at the same convenient location. Ready to elevate your space? The design consultants will take the time to discuss your dreams, needs, and your budget. Cooley Floors and Design will accompany you through every step from expert advice to professional installation. Visit Cooley Floors and Design on Mormon Cooley Road for a fresh new look.
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store, the fitting was personalized. It was all about me. You put in the arch supports and your day becomes better and the sun shines, the unicorns run by, and it's a good life. I'm Randy and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
You already know. Derek Van Orden voted for the largest Medicaid cut in history. A quarter of nursing homes forced to close. Rural hospitals in Wisconsin at risk of closure. And tens of thousands of Wisconsinites could lose health coverage. But did you know Van Orden's vote could raise electricity costs in Wisconsin $300 a year? Also, Van Orden could give wealthy elites another tax break. Tell Derek Van Orden, stop making us pay more.
When you need a truck to get you from the job site
to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram from Pischke Motors.
Get your Ram now during the Drive into Fall sales event. Stop into Pischke Motors to save over 15% off MSRP on a 2025 Ram 1500. Plus, get 3.9% financing for 72 months. Ram trucks are built to serve power. So get in a Ram today. Hurry in because this offer ends September 30th. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
The forecast is always changing.
It's very important to keep it updated and looking towards the future.
I do like 2 in the morning and 2 in the late morning. It's fun because I feel like I'm talking to someone out there and relating myself, the weather, and what they need to know.
There's a lot more information on there available, and it's constantly updated, and we're one of the few around here that really updates that constantly with new information.
Online weather updates from First Warn Weather, streaming on News 8000, the app, and 8+. Expect more. You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
The Postal Service wants you to pick which stamps should come back. From Peanuts, Batman, a Disney villain, and more you see on your screen as part of a contest for America's 250th anniversary. There are 25 stamps to choose from, with voting ending tomorrow night. Log on to the USPS website to cast your vote.
The new $5 million transfer center just opened today, and the first bus left at 5:45 a.m. It is actually fare-free day, an employee told me, so everyone can get in on this historic occasion. And if you look over here, this is the new waiting room. Now that is a heated waiting area and restrooms which open at around 8 a.m. Now this is a big upgrade from the makeshift center that served the community since 1985. The center also has parking and housing units above the facility. The project was funded through city tax incremental financing and a $5 million federal grant. Today, Eau Claire Transit celebrates its 50th anniversary. Reporting live from Eau Claire, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you, Seth. And a developing story this morning we've been following: a gunman ramming his vehicle into a Michigan church while services were going on yesterday. Then he opened fire, police say, with an assault rifle, then set the church on fire. At least 4 people were killed. The gunman, a 40-year-old, was killed at the scene. Congress has till tomorrow night to pass a spending bill or the government will shut down. Top congressional leaders set to meet with the president at the White House today to work out a deal. Democrats are refusing to back down, they say, unless lawmakers extend Affordable Care Act subsidies. And Chicago's mayor pushing back against National Guard troops in that city. Mayor Brandon Johnson says the troops are intimidating residents and hurting businesses. The National Guard was deployed by the White House to help with immigration enforcement. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker agreeing with the mayor, calling it a show of intimidation that doesn't make anyone safer.
All right, taking a look at your lawn mowing forecast. You're holding on to temperatures in the 80s mostly as we finish out the next several days. To mow your lawn, you've got a great chance, but you're going to see sunny to partly cloudy skies today. You'll see at least mostly cloudy to cloudy skies tomorrow, and then Wednesday you'll see mostly cloudy skies with decreasing clouds getting to partly cloudy conditions. We'll also find ourselves getting into those temperatures I've told you about, warming up back again by Friday again with nighttime showers overnight, going into Saturday with a 30% chance of showers and storms. Sunday, more showers on the way, possibly leading into Monday, and more of that possibly as we go into midweek of next week. Back to you.
All right, another pretty hot week. Yeah, 85, toasty. All right, thank you, Art. Thank you for waking up with us. Just ahead at noon, we will have more from Eau Claire's bus depot, where officials and residents are celebrating that $5 million renovation.